50 videos. Oh yeah. What is up, YouTube? This is Blast Citrus here, and I got my 50th battle today. It's against a guy named Marley in Standard OU, and I'm using my best sand team once again. So let's start the battle right here. This was a really good battle. I couldn't have asked for a better battle for my 50th battle. But yeah, here he leads off with the Jirachi. I lead off with my Rotom. Seeing as it's a weather war. So yeah, here I go with the pain split, thinking Jirachi might want to stay in, but no, I just went with the pain split just to be safe, in case he wanted to switch into something that would resist Volt Switch or Hydro Pump. But yeah, here I switch into Credilli, since I think this would be a really good opportunity to set up curses, since Ferrothorn can't really touch me. But yeah, here he decides to set up himself and go with spikes. Or Marley decides to set up with spikes. And I decide to set up some curses, so for the next couple turns it's just purely setting up curses, spikes. But yeah, here I go with the third curse, and he goes with the third layer of spikes. He's going to switch into Jirachi now, as I go with another curse, so I'm at +4 attack and defense now. So here he goes with the trick with Jirachi, which would have sucked if I decided to use curse again, but I thankfully went with the seed bomb just to see how much it would do to Jirachi. So yeah, that was really fortunate for me. But yeah, here he's gonna go for the Iron Head. He does get the flinch, which is fine. But yeah, here he goes with the Iron Head again. I go with the seed bomb. I get a critical hit, but it's still not quite enough to knock out the Jirachi, which kind of sucks. But yeah, here he's going to go with the Iron Head. He gets another flinch, and I think he's going to Iron Head me again and get another flinch on the following turn. So yeah, here he flinches me, so unfortunately he's going to knock out my Credilli, which kind of sucks because I didn't feint a single Pokemon with Credilli, and he did get the 3 layers of spikes, so that kind of hurt me a little, but man, whatever. So yeah, here he goes with the U-turn with the Jirachi. I go into my Rotom Water. I go with the Volt Switch, predicting him to switch out again. So yeah, here I'm going to go into my Latios, my Tacular. It's funny because he's not Specs. He's White Herb. So yeah, here I go with the HP Fire. It does over half. He does have the Thunder Wave though, which really sucks. Latios is the last Pokemon I want paralyzed. But yeah, that's one of my big threats, paralyzed, so that kind of sucks. Here I go with the Draco Meteor, predicting him to switch. He goes into Tyranitar, so looking back I should have gone with Surf, but yeah, whatever. So here I'm going to switch into Hippowdon. He goes with the Crunch. I did predict either a Crunch or a Pursuit, I think. I don't know. But yeah, Hippowdon was the best Pokemon to take whatever move that Tyranitar had. So here he goes into Rotom Water. I switch into my own Rotom Water. He goes with a Hydro Pump. It does about a third damage. And here I think I decide to go for Pain Split. The replay viewer doesn't show that, but yeah, we're like about even HP at this point. We're like 60%, I think. I don't know, but yeah, he goes with a Hydro Pump again. It does the same amount of damage. I go with the Volt Switch here, predicting him to switch, or going with a Volt Switch of his own. So yeah, I went with the Volt Switch. He goes into Ferrothorn. I go back into my Hippowdon to take that opportunity to set my Stealth Rocks. And he goes with the Leech Seed, which doesn't really matter because I just purely switched into my Hippowdon to get up the rocks. So here I'm going to switch into my Rotom Water again. But unfortunately he predicts that well. He goes with the Power Whip and knocks me out. So I'm going to go into my Latios now, as he goes into Tyranitar, so I'm going to go with the Draco Meteor. But unfortunately I've used my White Herb already, so that's going to drop my special attack. So here I can't stay in. I'm going to switch into my Hippowdon again, just to take what the Tyranitar has. And he goes with that Crunch, and it does jack squat. But yeah, he goes in the Rotom Water now. I go with the Slack Off, predicting that. Knowing that he wouldn't want to stay in with Tyranitar. So yeah, here I switch into my Latios again to take both of the stabs from the Rotom Water, and he goes with a Hydro Pump, does about a third, which is alright. So yeah, here he's going to switch into Tyranitar again. And I'm going to go with the Surf, feint that Tyranitar. I think I predicted that. Either Tyranitar or something else. I can't remember. But yeah, here he goes into Jirachi. As I go into Hippowdon again, since he's a defensive wall, and he can take whatever Jirachi has. And he goes with the U-turn, and goes into his Rotom Water on the switch. So yeah, here I'm going... oh yeah, this was the weird turn. I don't know what was going on here. But yeah, here he went with the Hydro Pump and missed, and I was really lucky that happened, because I made a misclick, and I went with the Earthquake. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe predicting a switch, I don't know, but yeah, it was really stupid. But yeah, here I switch into my Latios again, and just let him feint it, because I can't really do anything with the paralyzed Latios, so he's gonna die, so it's pretty much useless now. So yeah, here I'm gonna go into my Chia, and I'm gonna go with the close combat just to be safe. And I fortunately got a critical hit on the Glysker, and it does over half, so that was really good. And here I'm going to switch, because I don't want to stay in the Glysker. I'm going to go into my Landorus. I'm predicting an Earthquake or something, but no, he decides to go for Protect. And here I'm going to go for the HP Ice just to be safe, but he switches into Rotom Water, which was a really good switch on his part, because he could have taken like Earth Power or HP Ice. So, but I do get a crit though, and after the Sandstorm damage, the Rotom Water is gone. So yeah, here he's going to switch into Jirachi. I switch into my Hippowdon again just to take whatever. So yeah, here he goes with the Iron Head, and he decides to switch back into his Ferrothorn. I go with the Slack Off. I wasn't predicting a switch there though. I just went with the Slack Off just to get my HP back, and knowing that I could take another hit from the Jirachi. So here I decide to stay in, go with the Earthquake. Fortunately for me, the Leech Seed missed. That might have mattered because I stayed in here for a while. So yeah, here I go with the Earthquake, and it doesn't do shit. And here I decide to go for the Roar, I think, but he goes with the Protect and is able to bounce that out. I went with the Roar, I think, trying to bring out his Jirachi again, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, here I go with the Roar and bring out his Ferrothorn. And here I decide to stay in, I think, and go with the Earthquake. But he decides to go for Leech Seed, or... yeah, I went with the Roar here, actually. So I bring out his Terrakion. And I can't remember if I feinted Jirachi. No, I don't know. But yeah, here he switches in the Glysker. I pull off a double switch here. I go into my Landorus. And here I go with the U-turn, predicting him to switch back into something. But yeah, he did not switch. So I should have gone with the HP Ice there. But yeah, here he goes with the Acrobatics and doesn't do very much. Since Hippowdon's a boss, he can take Acrobatics all day, every day. And I go with the Slack Off, knowing I can live one more Acrobatics. And I think I go with the Slack Off again. No, I don't. I go into Landorus, and he goes with the Acrobatics. Does less than half to my Landorus, which is okay. And here I'm going to go with the HP Ice. And but he goes with the Protect and doesn't do anything. So yeah, I'm going to go back in my Terrakion, as he's going to switch into Ferrothorn, which was a really good switch for me. I don't know if I was predicting the Ferrothorn switch, but yeah, I'm able to knock out his Ferrothorn easy with a close combat. So yeah, there's the Jirachi. The Jirachi's still here. Yeah. So yeah, here I go with the close combat again and knock out that Jirachi. So fuck you. Ha 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 ha. Cheesy laughter. So yeah, here he goes into the Glysker again. I go into my Hippowdon, As he goes with the acrobatics, it's not quite enough to knock me out, but I pretty much am knocked out at this point since hip out on slow, and so I decided to leave him in. And all I have left is Terrakion and Landorus, and I don't want either to take a hit from the Glysker, so I just let my joint die. He did his job. So yeah, here I go with the HP Ice on the Glysker with my Landorus and knock it out easy. So here I'm going to switch, save my Scarf Landorus for later. As I go into Terrakion, he goes into his own Terrakion and makes a really good play. In my opinion, he went with the sub. That was a good play on his part. But yeah, here he goes with a close combat and knocks out my own Terrakion. So all I have is Landorus. And I was thinking I could live a close combat since I know that thing's banded. Whoa, crazy. But yeah, that thing's banded. And I can take another close combat. So here I go with the Earth Power, fade the sub, and then I go with another Earth Power and feint that thing. So that would be a really good game. Or a Marley, that was a really good game. And thanks to all my viewers for making this possible. Like, I'm at my 50th battle. I think my 48th or 47th or 48th narration, I think. But yeah, it's really fun doing this. I really enjoy narrating battles and stuff. So thanks for all the support. And if you guys like the battle, leave a like, rating, comment, and sub, as always, as I always ask you to do. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.